So you guys wanted to find out what kind of horsepower this 340 is going to make? Today we're going to find out. Welcome to Nick's Garage. And what do I have on the dyno? The 340 that I brought up a few weeks ago, stating what kind of horsepower we're going to make on this engine. This is the small block version of the MOPAR world. It's a 340, which is the high winding engine, which is called the LA small block, which is a very good engine. It also had the 6-pack or the 6-barrel on the AA Arcuda and TA Challengers. They're a great little engine. They rev up quite a bit. And they're good. They're very strong motors. They have forged cranks, forged rods, good pistons, and good flowing heads from the factory. This 340 belongs to Rob from London, Ontario, which belongs into a 71 Dodge Demon A-body. Nice car. So we did something simple for him. He supplied the cylinder heads that came from Elder Block, which are the Performer RPM cylinder heads. And we also had a flat top pistons installed at zero deck. We put in a 525 flat top and hydraulic camshaft, factory rockers, and then we went with an RPM air gap intake manifold with the headers of 1 3/4, compression ratio of 10.6. A couple of videos ago, I was giving the description when I was in the engine room, when I was putting it together, when it was a short block was ready. I gave you guys a description, and I've also challenged you guys to see what kind of horsepower this is going to make. And in the previous video, I did not mention if this engine was going to be running on exhaust manifolds or headers. But as you can see, when you got Elder Block heads, we're going to run it with the headers of 1 3/4. I also said in the past video that I said this is going to be roughly close to 500 lift cam, which I received the cam after that video. And it's a 525 lift flat tap and hydraulic. So the day is here. Here we have it. It's assembled. It's on the dyno. And we're just about to get it running and break in the cam and then start doing our testing and see what we're going to get. And let's see who's right, who's the closest one to the HP on this 340. I know I've got some numbers thrown at me. I read all the comments when we made that video. There were some that were pretty high, there were some that were pretty low. And here it is today. The dyno's not going to lie. We're going to get the truth out of it.
And while Nick's in the dyno room today, he'll get to try out his new carb.
I wanted to thank Kerry from Alberta who sent us this carburetor to test this 340. And this is made by Dominic Thumper from the US that they designed this carburetor. And Kerry here was nice enough to give us one here as a gift. You've got to be kidding me. First time I received a carburetor as a gift. Look at this. Wow. Kerry, if you're watching, here's your carburetor. I got on the 340. I have not started it yet. I did not break in the cam yet. So I'm about to get started. So let's break in the cam, warm it up, do some testings, figure out what the timing is going to be, figure out the air fuel ratio. And then after that, let's start doing our testing. And let's guess what horsepower this engine is going to do. So let's get it started. I got to get it started right away. I got to break in that cam, run it at 2,000 RPM for 20 minutes. And after that, we're going to start doing our tests. All right, so I've put all the input information I'm looking for. Let's fill up the fuel pump. There it is. Here we go. Thumper carb. Here we go. Let's make sure we got fuel. Watch this. It's got the glass on both sides, which is really cool. Nice. Wow, this is going to be something. I can't wait to try it. Okay, O2 sensor on. I believe we have it there somewhere. Yes, we do, on the passenger side. Water pump works. We're not going to put the water pump on so we can warm up the engine. We got Petro-Canada 94 octane. And we're right about to get started. All right. You ready, Leo?
Yes, I am.
Since you came in for a coffee, you might as well give me a hand with the timing, okay?
That's it. Might as well.
Here we go.
Nick continues with the break-in. He'll run the engine for 20 minutes at about 2,000 RPM.
2,000 RPM to break in the cam and lifters. And after that, we're going to adjust the timing to get max horsepower. And after that, we'll start doing our testing.
Some of Nick's viewers have told him he should be using a laser thermometer to check that his engines are firing on all 8. But when he tries one today, it fails. Looks like old school wins again.
We've got 10 more minutes. Good so far. Good. good, water temperature is good, battery voltage is great, fuel 1, fuel 2, air fuel ratio is good. I got no problem with that. Anyways, we're only using this carburetor for dyno testing purposes only. It's gonna stay with the dyno room, that's what it's for. But in the meantime, we're testing it with the thumper carbs.
Everything is looking good during the initial start and break-in, but then Nick sees something he doesn't like.
Okay, so I've got the air fuel ratio adjusted for the idle, and now I'm just gonna check for the timing. We're gonna set it up maybe at 36 degrees to make a few tests. We're not gonna finalize it there. We're gonna see where it's gonna love it, where the timing is gonna go best. In the meantime, I just wanted to show you guys we have a little oil leak here right on the dipstick. This is the reason why we're putting it in the dyno. We want to see everything. Rear seal looks good so far. And we haven't revved it up yet. We haven't got it really hot yet, so let's see. But in the meantime, I know we got a little leak here on the dipstick, but I don't think this is gonna be any concern. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of silicone there just to be on the safe side. How's that? I put a little bit of sealer on the dipstick. Just wanna make sure it doesn't leak any oil. Anyways, does not matter. That's an easy fix, that's not a problem. My concern is everything else. All right now, so let's make I want to put a full advance. I want to rev it at 3-4 grand, where I've got the curve kit in for the distributor. Let's run it up there, get the time to 36 degrees, and we'll start with that and see where we're going to go from there. Well, you know, you leave the timer light in you leave it in the dining room here, especially when you do tests. For some reason, they don't last as long. There's maybe the vibrations next to the engine or the noise, whatever, and it kills my timing light. And for that reason, I take them out of the room. Once I set the timing, I take it back into the office. Yeah, you know what? I don't know if they're cheap lights or they only have a certain life with the amount of flashes on the bulb, but it doesn't matter. Once I set the timing, I take the timing light in the office and then I proceed with my testing. When you have an adjustable timing light, you set it at 36, and now you're gonna rev up the engine to a certain RPM, let's say 3,000-4,000 RPM, and that mark should be aligned up with the 0 mark on the harmonic balancer with the timing mark on the timing cover. So I'm gonna make it dark so you guys can see it. I'll show you. Okay, and the 0 mark, which I'm gonna show you guys, which is right here. And there's our 0 mark. There we go. You see it? Now I'm going to set it. I'm going to set it at 36 degrees. Okay, let me adjust the timing right now. Okay, I got it at 36 degrees. Put this back. All right, we're gonna take it out 36 degrees and we'll see how it goes from there. 155, we're gonna run it around 170. We're gonna run it around 170 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, we'll see, we're gonna take it from there. Okay, I think we're ready. My earplugs, let me just check everything, just to be sure. Just to make sure everything's there. Okay. I think we're ready. So Rob, if you're watching, this is your engine. We're about to rev it up right now. We're gonna start at 2,500 RPM and take it up to 5,200 RPMs just for a few times. Then after that, we'll have to take it to its limit. And here we go. Here we go. Check I think we're good. This is not a test, we're just doing a few things. Okay. Okay, we're not gonna finalize anything yet. Well, we still have to go a lot more RPM than that. I only took it at 5,200. We got too much time at 36 degrees, but I think I heard it pinging, but I'm just gonna back it up a couple degrees. I'll be right back. I always mark it where I usually start with, at 36 degrees. Here we go. Okay, I'm just gonna back up a couple degrees. I'm not gonna use the timing light because I'm pretty good with this. What do we need? Well, the dipstick's not too good, eh? Yeah, I got oil coming out of the dipstick, but anyways, I'm gonna replace it after the testing. All right. Okay, so we backed it up 2 degrees. Okay, let's make another test right now. Here we go. We're gonna have to go at a higher RPM. Our torque numbers come in very late, so I don't need to take it at 2,500. I'm gonna take it at, starting at 3,000. We're gonna take it at 3,000 to 5,600 RPM. Okay, and I'm ready. Let me just, it's running too cold. I'm trying to get at least 170 degrees, 170 degrees Fahrenheit. See, we're still pretty cold. we have a fresh water supply, so it gets very cold. It's cold outside, so you know the water coming in is also very cold. Okay, you guys, you're about to get your answer, but let me make a few tests before I give you guys the verdict. But in the meantime, let me just get it warmed up, make a few tests, figure out the timing, air-fuel ratio, and then we're going to do our final test to see what our max horsepower is going to be. All right, here we go. I think we're running a bit too lean. I'm gonna have to up. We're gonna have to bring the jets up. No. I think I should put the timing back where it was. I'm still not sure, but you know what? I'm worried about it's running lean. So we're gonna have to running 14.5, 14.7. No good. That's funny. I'm very surprised it's running lean. Okay. I'm not going to play with the air bleeds. I'm going to work with the jets. 14.7. I'm going to go up with a couple of numbers. You know what? I'm going to put the timing back where it was. We're going to have to play with the air-fuel ratio from what I see. Yeah, going back to 36. I've got it marked here, so I'm good. Question is, we're going to have to bring up the air-fuel ratio. So here we go. At the same time, we're going to take a look inside that thumper carb. What do you say? I've never had one. So now we're going to open it up and take a look inside. Yeah, you guys, if you want to get a fuel cup like this, and just click on the link below our video, goes directly to Amazon and get your cup. And this way you can drain your carburetor, no problems. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna loosen it up. Put the fuel back in. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice and simple. Well, he's got his own design jets. I guess you don't use a screwdriver in his setup. And these are 77s. This is a lot better than what Holley has. Holley has a screwdriver. You have a chance of scratching, but this one here is beautiful setup. 77. So we're going to go up a couple numbers in the front. We'll go a couple of numbers out in the rear. And hopefully we get our fuel ratio. If not, we're going to keep playing with it until we get the air fuel ratio perfect. I'm looking for a full throttle 12.9, 13, 13.1. All right, I put the timing back at 36 degrees. We richened it out. Okay, I'm ready to make another test. All right, here we go. Temperature is 172. Okay, close the door, put the fan on, Leo. I think we're ready to go. Put it on. Look at the water, how fast it gets cold. Look. I want to run at 160, 170 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, here we go. Still not good enough. Okay.
390.
No. I want to see the air fuel ratio. 13, 12, 9, 13, 2. That's not bad. I think I should give it some more timing, eh? 36, 10.6. Yeah, I'm going to give it some more timing. I'm going to advance it a little bit more. God, we're not there yet. My client's looking for 400, so this is what we got to get. And it's not happening yet. So, well, you know what? I'm going to advance the timing. Let's go. I'm sure I need some more. I'm just going to advance it 2 degrees by eye, or should I say by look. Then after that, I'm going to put the timing line. I'm sure I'm going to get 2 degrees on this.
So now you know. Nick's goal is 400 horsepower, but he's not there yet.
I don't like that dipstick. The dipstick's leaking oil. It's all good, it's all good. As long as the rear seal doesn't leak, like so. That looks pretty good. Okay, that's good. I'm not worried about the dipstick. Let's make another test. Yeah, we're good. Let's make another test. Put the fan on. Let's start. It's kind of, well, it's the line up with the flywheel and the shim. Okay, here we go. Let's make another test. Here we go. I'm going to run the temperature 160. Did we hit it yet? Okay. Looks like it needs more timing. Wow. We still didn't hit 400 horsepower. I promised my customer I'm just going to get 400 horsepower, so we're not there yet, so might have to play with the air fuel ratio. Let me take a look. Okay, 12, 9, 13, so that's good. I'm leaving the air fuel ratio the way it is. It's perfect. I'm going to advance the time a little bit more. I'm going to put a timing on it just to make sure you see where I'm at. You guys, we haven't got the 400 number yet. I'm going to keep going at it until I get it. Where we're going to reach, I have no idea. So you know what? I'm going to have to advance the timing a little bit, I'm sure. I don't think I'm exactly 37, 38 degrees yet. I thought I was, but I'm not. Anyways, I got the air fuel ratio on the money. And now, let me just advance the timing a little bit more. I was hoping 410 horsepower. That was my guess. I can't get it. These cheap dipsticks, man, I don't know why I gotta press them on with silicone and they still leak. Anyways, doesn't matter. I'm gonna look at that later on. My goal is I gotta get 400 horsepower for my client. That's what he came here for. I'm not there yet, but let me keep trying.
Will Nick be able to get the 400 horsepower he was hoping for out of this 340? Watch part 2, available now, and find out.
And you guys, if you look down below the video, we have a whole bunch of merchandise that you guys can buy. So whatever you like, buy it, love it, wear it, and enjoy it. And help spread the word of Nick's Garage. And if you have some time, check out our Patreon page. We have extra content and you guys can watch it and take it from there. And we'll see you next time.